YouTubers, to our subscribers, kisses to all of you. 3,000 subscribers. Sorry, don't worry about that spot. It happens. 3,000. Woohoo! Thank you. Kisses to all of you. I owe it all to you. And I love my 3,000, but I'm finding that I'm not content with just 3. I want more. I want more. I do have this lovely person that is helping me with my live streams that we're going to start doing. She is on it more than I am. Like, she says, listen, you need this, that, and this, and then let's get started. I mean, so when we do meet her, that you guys, we owe her a big thank you for getting it on the go. And I do think she's really trying to help with, I believe she's trying to help grow my channel. And I do appreciate you very much. Thank you. I had the lovely privilege of speaking to her over the phone. She has a beautiful accent. I could listen to her all day, and it was wonderful. So thank you for that. Meghan has been outside walking to the car and got in the car. Why is that something we need to report on? And why do we care that she's wearing a bracelet or a watch that King Charles gave her? I don't care. That's not a signal. That's not a sign for me that they're reconciling. That's Meghan acting stupid and playing games with the media. She knows we're looking at her. She knows that we're like, what's she doing? What's she doing? So she does little things to piss us off. And the other day, she pissed off one of our greatest, Lady C. I'm going to let you hear what she said. She pissed her off. I told you we were going to go in different stages and phases of this Meghan thing. First of all, you go into pure shock. I was shocked when I heard that she was blaming Catherine, but I knew it was her. Then number 2, then the denial of it all. Then you go into shock. You go into disbelief. You go into, after you get through the shock and disbelief and trying to figure out what happened, then you go into pure pissed offness. Pure pissed offness. And you get angry because she has accused your family, your first family, of racism again on the world stage, to spark the debate again and to implant into us that the family is this racist institution. And it is my belief that they need to remove the titles, because as long as she continues to talk and trash the family, it does damage to them. Whether we just never explain, never complain, those days are over. It is really, and I think they meaning the royal family, expresses their disdain for her by continuing to do the work, to continue to do the hard work that they're doing for their people, to continue to look great and shine and hold their heads up like they did on this picture I'm going to post. Catherine, the Queen of Princess of Wales, William, the Prince of Wales, King Charles, and Queen Camilla were standing up there looking like 4 golden people, letting them know we're the monarchy. We are not what Meghan and Harry say that we are, and we are ignoring the BS, and we're moving on. Christmas is coming. It's a time of love, giving, and caring. And while Meghan and Harry is running around trying to trash and embarrass and point fingers at us, we're going to continue to raise our head. We're going to continue to do our work, and we're going to continue to ignore the noise that's coming over here from California, Montecito, that she's begging for attention. Meghan is begging us to keep her alive. She doesn't want these channels to go away, but she wants us to stop talking nasty about her. Not nasty, but telling the truth. Calling out her inconsistencies with her lies. That's what I believe I'm doing. And so while they're looking like champions, Meghan's over here looking like an idiot, like she does. And you can see the jealousy. It's just despicable. It is a time of caring, sharing, and loving each other. It's Christmas time, it's Thanksgiving, and all that great stuff. And all Meghan can think about is how can she get herself back into the media in a way that will strike everybody's attention. Well, the problem with that is that our attention spans over here in the United States are very short when it comes to her. And it did not get her racism in the book, and who she named did not get the attention that she wanted it to do. Not over here. It didn't get the attention it needed over here in my book. They mentioned it, Monday? We haven't heard about it since. It's not an ongoing conversation over here. And that's the problem that Meghan is having, is that she is not a celebrity or a royal that is of interest to the United States other than the drama. That's the truth. The only time TMZ reports on Meghan, when it's drama or something that she's done that is stupid. And the next day we're on to the next headlines. The problem with Meghan's popularity over here is that there is too many of her. And when too many people like her, not her personality and stuff like that, it's too many more important people over here than she is. That's what I'm trying to say. She's not considered over here some grand-de-la person. No, she's not. Take the Swiftie fans, as Sue Smith said. Don't mess with them and the Beyoncés, the Beehive. They'll come for you. The Sussex Squad doesn't hold any weight to me because their defense of her falls flat. But Meghan is as good as her next story. And okay, where's the next one? Because we're over OB's lies in a book that he planted. He's already dealing with his own issues. Meghan's moving on because she used him for that reason, and he used her to get the information. I know I'm flipping around here. My point is that Meghan's popularity sucks right now, and not only does it sucks, no one cares anymore. What's the next story do you have? What's going on? We need the next story. We don't have it. So she is a media junkie, and not just that, allegedly, she's the type of person that has to constantly need attention on her. And when she doesn't, she goes to the parking lots. She goes to the events. She's going to do whatever she can to stay in the limelight. And she loves it. She gets off on it. These last 3 or 4 years that she's been over here blaming and pointing the fingers and trashing the royal family, she is excited about that because it makes her relevant here in the United States. Because her Netflix docuseries and her Oprah show and the rest of that was years ago, and no one's talking about that really anymore. That's the only thing they can reflect on. Let's talk about the Suits. She wants to bring that back up, resurrect something that happened back in the day. That's an old thing. You need a new gig. And your new gig to trash the royal family, look how that went down. The UK demolished her. The United States mentioned it and moved on. We are no longer talking about this. It's not a new story. It's not shaking our boots. And, that's what's happening over here. Trust me. My sister sent me a picture this morning of Catherine looking beautiful, the Fab Four. If anything, it continues to shine light on the good royals versus the wannabe royals. Okay, we're going to do a few videos, and Harry's back in court. He done something. He's trying to sue so his wife can have this presidential security. Meghan wants security. She wants security for the kids, and she wants security for herself. And wherever she goes, she wants the celebrities and all of us to know that she is more important than they are. See, I got my security, I got my aide, I got my bodyguards, I got everything I need, and then I'm going to take a picture and look more important than everybody else. Okay. Honestly, I don't believe that they're wanting security this is why Meghan wants security. So she won't have to pay for it. So she can look important in circles. And Yeah, those 2 reasons. If I figure out any more reasons, I'll let you know. But the main reason is she wants to look important in front of everybody, like she's the president, like she needs armed forces next to her with guns and stuff. As if she's that. I've never met anyone that important. Even Joe Biden and Donald Trump is not getting any of that kind of security. But hey, Donald Trump, she wants the same security that you have. I wish I could ask him, do you think she should get it? No. So I say hands down to security. I think that they need to pay for their own security because they decided to come over here. They decided to leave the royal fold. They decided to leave their security blanket. And if they are willing to leave their security blanket, then they need to buy their own security blanket. I really do believe that. They didn't take anything from her. They removed them when you stepped down and said, they removed them during Mexit. Remember? Mexit, Meghan? When you said you was on the steps suicidal and you had to leave and everything was all falling apart for you. And now you think you need security. If you needed security for your kids and your family, then why would you be selfish enough to start thinking about your own personal life, your own personal, and start coming over here trying to brand yourself and forfeit your security on your own? You made the decision to leave the royal fold after 15 minutes of them signing you in. After the 15 minutes of their signing her into the royal fold, she wanted to take security with her, titles, and anything else that she was going to get on the way out. No, this isn't for protection. This is for showmanship. This is for, that's how Meghan rolls. They have been able to cover themselves with security since they've been over here. Why can't they continue to support themselves? That's what he said on the video. That's what he said on their website, that they were leaving the royal fold and they were going to finance their own home, their ownness. They were going to finance themselves, and they no longer wanted a handout from the kingdom. And so, Tyler Perry, back to you. When Meghan said that she no longer wanted to be a working royal and she no longer wanted to be in the Fab Four, she no longer wanted to be in that situation, the Queen told her, Tyler Perry, that if she leaves, they cannot continue to cover her security because the taxpayers are paying for her security. And if she's not working, then they can no longer cover her. Now, if she needs security so bad, then she needs to pack a little bit in little Archie's little backpack, put them in the bag, put them on the plane, and y'all skedoodle on back over there to the United Kingdom and get back into the royal fold so you can have security like it was designed to be. But don't try to manipulate the public in the media by telling us that, Tyler Perry, that they were cut off. When they left, they put the announcement out that they were stepping down. And so, Tyler Perry, if someone's leaving your fold, pretend you're the king. Okay? Your 2 kids run off and say, Daddy, I don't want to do this anymore. And you know Americans is paying for your kids' security. Are you going to be like, oh, are you going to cut them off? Or are you going to pay for it? Are you going to continue to pay for your kids' financial stability for the rest of their lives? So King Charles is supposed to take care of 2 grown people that decided that they wanted to work it out on their own? I know it didn't come across the way I wanted it to come across, but my point is that they're the ones that wanted to be on their own. They're the ones that wanted to fund their own security. They're the ones that wanted to make their own money. And now they want to reach back and blame King Charles and say that he cut them off. No one cut anyone off. They left. Quit trying to change the story to fit in your nice little cubbyhole, because it doesn't fit. Let's move on, because I know I'm going to mention it again, and hopefully it's more clear. But before we get there, she did a pat walk. I don't care. She had on a bracelet that King Charles got her. That doesn't mean anything to us, to me. So what? You want to pretend that you're trying to be this good daughter-in-law after you called him racist? It doesn't work out that way. Once you keep attacking the very thing that made you who you are, and then you're going to put on a bracelet pretending like, oh, I love King Charles. I love being a royal. No, you love being full of drama. Okay, Lady C is pissed. Okay, I told you we were going to go into stages. The first stage was shock. Old Miss Scobie's book was shock. Then number 2, somewhere around a discovery, trying to figure out what happened, a whole bunch of lies. And then 3rd, anger.
And you're on Campbell's latest. Hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and today we have Harry doing whatever it takes to please his making sure he gets
He's doing everything he can to please his Meghan. He's had 6 court cases. I don't know what happened to that one because I don't care. And now he's on another 5 for his wife. After he knows, he told Meghan, we can't get security if we leave. If we leave the royal protection, then we have to fend for ourselves. Well, let's fend for ourselves. Well, you're not doing that. You're lying, talking about you're fending for yourself, and then you're lying about how you're fending for yourself. You trashed the family and made money off of that. That's how you're fending for yourself. And then you got your other friends like Tyler Perry and Oprah trying to explain to us how the royals are so bad and left Meghan and Harry out in the cold with no security and no titles because Archie's skin color was going to be too dark. Too dark.
International protected person status. But first, I absolutely need to feature this clip from Lady Colin Campbell's latest video on her YouTube channel. And saying that she unleashes on Meghan is an understatement. Maybe this needs a trigger warning, but here it goes.
We're supposed to believe every word that comes out of her filthy mouth. Her mouth is
filthy. Meghan's mouth is filthy. It's filthy, full of lies.
Dirtier than your or my anus. That
here it goes.
We're supposed to believe every word that comes out of her filthy mouth. Her mouth is dirtier than your or my anus. That's
your butt, your booty, your butt, your ass. She said anal. Not anal, but anus. Pissed. Upset. That's what you call upset to the utmost festivity. Me and my girlfriend used to say that when we were back in high school. I'm pissed off to the utmost festivity pissed off. I mean, that is not a word. But that's when you're just angry and she's upset because Meghan continues to do nasty stuff to the people that she cares about.
How filthy she is. Graphic, but factual. It is so disturbing. It is truly, in my opinion, evil.
Evil.
Meghan, you think I'm being unfair?
What Meghan does is pure evil. First, she unleashes this debacle of a racism scheme. Then she's running around in another parking lot, smiling and almost taunting those that are like, shame on you. And then she comes out. No, I could just hear it. Girl, Tyler Perry, girl, going out there. Don't let the people stop you from going anywhere. Hold your head up. You got this. You ain't doing nothing wrong. Yes, she is. Whoever's telling her that she's on the right track is wrong too.
Me. You know where I live? It's your proceedings. I'll see you in court.
She said, bring it on, Meghan. Bring it on. It's the truth. She is evil. She does evil things. Meghan does evil things to people. Why does she only think about herself in these situations? She doesn't think about how would it affect the kids, how it would affect the people around her, how would it affect those that she attacks. That's what makes me believe that there is something very evil and sinister about what she does. And Tessa Dunlap and the rest of them that tend to pat Meghan on the back and excuse her behavior. It's disgusting, Tessa. It's disgusting that you can get mad at Piers Morgan because he said the names after your girl, Tessa, Meghan is your girl. After your girl decided it was a good idea to put it in a book and then leak it to she's the biggest leaker. Meghan leaks things that she wants us to know. If she didn't want us to know about Catherine and King Charles, we would know it. She wanted us to know. That was her plan. If she didn't want us to know, then why hasn't she come out and said that it's ridiculous? I've never said anything or done anything like that. No, when she was walking in that pap walk, going to the gym, wherever she was going, she looked guilty. Let's move on. I want to see her say one more thing.
Not everybody's afraid of you. You're
Nobody. I'm not.
Something or the other.
What can she do? She can't take nothing I ain't got. The only she can do to me is shut me up. Yeah, shut up, Tisha, and we're gonna gag you or whatever. Okay, I'm done. But her coming after me for finances, she'll be really disappointed.
Like an elevated form of life. That's how contemptuous I am of you as a human being.
Woo!
Well, proceedings. I see you in court. Not everybody's afraid of you, you frowsy piece of something or the other. You make it.
She pissed, ladies. I know how you feel. I've been there before with her.
Amoeba seem like an elevated form of life. That's how contemptuous I am of you as a human being.
Well, that was indeed.
So pretty much she pissed Lady C off with these latest shenanigans.
Well, now we've got a little problem with this great whining sound that I'm hearing coming all the way from London. It's just so...
Great whining sound from London. Harry is the whiner. They whine about everything. Meghan just got through whining in a book. Harry's now whining about their security. They're like two little kids that's losing out on everything. Their popularity, their friendships, their family, everything is gone for these two. But yet still she walk around like, I'm running this.
Definitely. Well, that whining sound you hear is Prince Harry again. Doing the, oh, poor me, I'm being picked on, everyone's so unfair to me. The British government, the royal family. His lawyers are in court this week because he is suing the British government for refusing to pay for armed police protection whenever it's in Britain. It's only going to pay on a case-by-case basis. And Harry is so poor, as you know, it's not good enough. Joining me from London is Patrick.
Of course he's poor. He didn't just get 100 million, I'm going to say it because that's what they're working on, from Netflix, and 20 million, 13 million from Spotify. They got a $14.5 million home. They probably, if I was a judge, I would say, listen, you probably need to scale back on some of your expenses. Like probably downsize your home, downsize her clothes. If I was defending it, I would say, well, look at their lifestyle, sir. They doing all, if they can pay for all of these little jets and 7-car convoy for her $100,000 outfits and her $1,000 watches and whatever she pays for. If she can afford that, she can afford security. Because if security is the most important thing that she needs or she's grabbing for, then she needs to put that at the forefront. If your security is at risk, then continue to do what you're doing, with the security forever. Because it's not the taxpayers' problem or issue to pay for her security. When they decided to step down, they forfeited their security when they left. Tyler Perry. When Meghan jumped on the plane, I keep saying his name because he the one said that the daddy cut them off and they shouldn't have to stay. They shouldn't have to be forced to stay somewhere if they don't want to be there. No one's forcing them to do anything that they don't want to do. They have options. But don't be coming with the damsel in distress, poor me, after you put your own self into the situation.
The star presenter of GB News. Patrick, great to see you again. Does Harry seriously think that taxpayers want to fund his police protection for him and Meghan Markle after the way they've smeared and damaged the royal family over the last 5 years?
After they have smeared, we ain't even talking about the smearness. I was just talking about the fact that they wanted to bust out and leave. We're out of here. We didn't get the tiara. I can't do this. I can't do that. I want to be over there with my celebrity people, the one I invited to my wedding. I want to hang out with them. So we're leaving. We're going to make our own money because I'm going to go over there and be a star. Yes, I'm going to be a mega star since now I took from you guys and got the status of the Duchess of Sussex. I believe that I can be this great warrior now because I did it as a D-list actress. Now I can do it as Harry's wife now that I have all this recognition. Oh, Meghan got married to Harry for this reason whatsoever. Security, everything. She wants a convoy of security. She needs a full hedge of protection after she just called them racist. It blows my mind. You just got through calling two of the main people that have Catherine and King Charles racist. And now you're begging and lying on them, attacking them, going after, suing them for protection after you said that you were going to go off and do it yourself. You can't have it both ways. You can't say that you're going to go off into your own and build your own empire and then turn around and say, but you're going to sue. I'm going to sue them after you tell us you're going to do it yourself. That's manipulating. Meghan is a full-blown top of the bird manipulator, okay? And so she's going to try to manipulate Harry. Well, she's already did that. Harry is going to try to manipulate the courts into believing that he was stripped of his security rights and he should have security when he comes into London. He does. But he needs special. He needs that extra special. No, Meghan just wants to look more important than what she is. Because she's defamed herself. She is no longer, she will, of course, Harry will always be a prince, but he's a disgraced prince. Meghan will always be a part of that because she has kids. Even when they're divorced, she still is attached to the royal family. But my point is, and I'm going back because I'm all over the place, is that Meghan and Harry decided to step down. They didn't want to be a part of this anymore. And they knew when the Queen told them that if you, Harry told Meghan, if we leave, we don't get security. What? We don't get security? They're going to strip security from our kids? See how she took it? This is what she took it. Harry tells her, listen, honey, we're not going to be able to have security if we leave. We're going to lose all our perks, all the things that we have that is given to us as royals if we step down. What? They're going to take security from Archie and Lilibet? I'm going to tell it on Oprah. Oprah, they took security from Archie and Lilibet. There's no security for them. And it was because of the color of their skin. Not that we left. It was because he's chocolate and he's white. They stripped us. No, you left and you put a statement out there saying that you were going to go away and live privately, but you lied. You're contradicting everything that you said. You want that special security to feel important about yourself. You want all this accolades and attention around the security that you used to get. No, Meghan, we're not stupid. No, if you wanted security, the security, when a president is no longer a president, he still gets security. That's different. He's a president. but he doesn't get the level of security. When he goes to London to visit his family, whenever he does, he will have security. He just wants the same kind of security his brother gets. That's Meghan. I want everything that Catherine gets. I want everything that she has, because my kids are just more important. Just because they're the future kings doesn't mean that my kids are second best. You're second best.
Family over the last 5 years?
I mean, this guy's so arrogant.
Protection for him and Meghan Markle after the way they've smeared and
Smeared. Didn't we just hear Meghan just go in on King Charles and say that he was racist? She just said that. She just said that. Why is she trying to, like my girlfriend that I spoke to the other day? Why is she always the victim, and why is she trying to take something that doesn't belong to her? Why does she feel like how she can trash the family and then beg for something and try to take something? Just like the titles. How can you trash a family and then hold on to something that you want from them? The titles. You can't pick this up. You're racist, but I'm keeping the title. I'm leaving, but I want security. I'm leaving the royal fold, but I want security, tiara on the balcony. I want a robe. I have demands. Meghan is still rolling with her demands. And the blackmail of it all. I'm gonna tell everybody who's the royal racist in the book. No, she pissed off Lady C. And Lady C said she's evil. And I have just started to say that because I do believe that Meghan does evil acts, evil things, despicable, nasty things to people, and doesn't think about her consequences. Just like when she had on that bracelet that King Charles gave her, and it sends a stupid signal, because you can't call him racist and then turn around and wear his bracelet. No, you're trying to bait us in some kind of way to say that we have a relationship. No, you don't. You are King Charles's worst nightmare. And he's probably trying to figure out why his son is the biggest traitor in the world. Harry is one of the biggest traitors that I know in the world, because he portrays them over and over and over. Spare, Oprah, Netflix, Endgame, you name it, he's a traitor. And now you want something from Tyler Perry. How in the world should these two get anything other than a wave to the hand, get out my face kind of thing? Why? Why would these two be privileged to having security when all they have done is go after, attack, insinuate, blame, and do everything under the sun to this family? And let's add you in there, because you added your 2 cents in there talking about you would never go over to the UK and how you don't understand why someone can just cut off a child because they're leaving. No, she was going to be cut off anyway because she left. Megxit, remember Megxit? Remember she was on the step talking about she was suicidal and Harry had to get her the hell out of there? And nobody asked how she was doing?
the royal family over the last 5 years?
I mean, this guy's so arrogant that I don't think he gives a damn about British taxpayers, to be perfectly honest with you.
He is so arrogant, he doesn't care. Whatever Meghan has done to Harry, he has grabbed it and cultivated it, and he loves it now. He loves his new self. He loves being a traitor. He loves betraying his family. He loves this. He's not doing anything about it to stop it. He didn't come out and say that that's not true about his beloved sister-in-law, Catherine. So, Meghan, Harry could say the same thing about, Catherine could say the same thing about you two. Well, Harry didn't come to my defense when his wife was trashing me in the book and calling me racist and saying that I wasn't likable and stuff. First of all, Harry was still getting to know his sister-in-law. He don't even know her well enough to be putting his name in a book, putting her name in a book. How dare you write your brother's name in a book to discourage her, knowing that one day she's going to be a queen? Because it's evil. Only evil people do. Evil and traitors. And so Meghan he's all in. Harry is full, all in, blown Meghan, and ready to betray, ready to do whatever it takes to continue to have the love for her. I don't think it's love. And I don't understand why Harry is obsessed with this woman that is hell-bent on taking his family down, but then gonna pretend like they got some type of relationship behind the scenes. Ain't no relationship going on over there when you calling people racist, unconscious bias, and all this stupid stuff. It's convert racism. Stop that stupid stuff with that dumb BS stuff. I can't wait to tell my mom, have you ever heard of curve? And I'm probably the only stupid one that haven't heard of it. But the fact is that stop making up more racism names. Racism is just racism. Meghan called her racist. You can't sugarcoat that. It is what it is. No, Harry running around being a traitor to his family, and we're watching it in real time that he allows this Jezebel to just wreak havoc on his family while he sit back and let her do it. That's that disgusting stuff, Harry. Ever since she's walked into your family, look at the chaos behind it. Look at the drama. Look at the discord. Look at how your life has become this just become like really just bad. Really bad. When you do come from under the clutches of this evil thing that you're dealing with, you may have a life after. But for right now, you are in a cult-like situation. He's in a cult-like situation he can't get out of.
The fact is that if you're not going to do your royal duties and you're going to stick them
If you're done lying about how you're going to support the Queen and the Commonwealth and every here, because Meghan didn't even show up to support the King on the coronation. And so if you're no longer working as a person, working as a working royal and doing good for the country and doing good for the people, because they're the one pay your salary and help you with security, then what do you need it for? You're not even a part of the system anymore. You and Meghan are over here in Montecito playing house. They're playing house. Hello, honey. Yep.
if in on the way out of this country, then you shouldn't have police officers on duty protect.
You left. You exited. You exited the royal family. You exited. The reason why Meghan and Harry posted that BS on the website talking about how they were stepping down, because the Queen had already told Harry, listen, if you leave, you're not going to have any of this stuff. And they talking about, remember when they had like 5 proposals? We had 5 options, as if any of them was warrant attention. He says, we came to them with several options, plan A, B, and C, about how we could still continue to be in the royal fold and also be in California. No, you tried to blackmail the Queen. You tried to blackmail the entire family with those proposals and say, okay, we'll come back every 3 months for this, and then, but we still want security and we still want the titles. Okay, forget it. We'll come back maybe every other month, and then we still get the titles and the security and all the pageantries. Or plan 3, we'll come back once a month and visit, and then No, those were all bullying plans that Meghan and Harry had conjured up to give to the Queen. And when the Queen said, get out of here with this nonsense, because we're not giving you security and we're not paying for you anymore. If you leave the royal fold, you are no longer under the protection of us. And so you will have to fund your own security and figure it out on your own. And that's why she called Meghan mad. is because of this right here. Meghan said, no, Harry, no. I want security. I want tiaras. I want everything that Kate has. And Harry said, okay, honey, I'll get to suing. They took our security. They did this. They didn't give us any money to go and start a new family. No. The Queen said no. And she's still saying no. And if the courts let you have it, then, it is what it is. But you got to fight for it like you're trying to do. And it's just despicable. It's despicable. It's despicable. No, they told her in the beginning, if you leave, and look, your HRHs is put away. She knew all of this before she left, but she tried to blackmail the royal family on the Oprah show, on the docuseries, in Spare, and now Endgame. They are still playing games with the royal family, in my book. And that's why Lady C called her evil, because only evil people do this. Only evil people think about themselves and no one else. Only evil people go around trashing their family on the world stage and pretending like they're the victims. And like this gentleman said, whining all the way over there from London. Stop whining, Harry. I know Meghan doesn't want you. I know she doesn't, because she doesn't treat you like her hero. She treats you as someone that she can get things from and blackmail into doing. And then when she gets through with you, she's going to spit you out like a wad of gum that's old.
You when you come to this country. That's not, I think, a controversial view. The other argument was that he should maybe be allowed to pay for his own police protection. I'm sorry, but our Metropolitan Police are not for hire. What precedent does that set every time George Clooney comes to the UK or someone like that? Are they allowed to just rent our Metropolitan Police? I mean, we've got a knife crime epidemic, a drug dealing epidemic, you name it.
No, Harry doesn't care about that. Harry's not caring about inflation and epidemics and what all is going on over there. Harry just cares about what's going on with him. This privileged prince, this arrogant privileged prince with his Jezebel privileged thinking wife, blackmailer, bullying wife, evil. Only evil people do what Meghan does. Evil. I'm not saying she's evil, but her acts are evil. For her to put Catherine's name in a book and King Charles's name in a book and call them racist after everything that they have done for her is appalling. And that's why Lady C was like, wait a minute, you idiot. Here you go with that dumb stuff. Here you go trashing the royals again. But she doesn't know that when she does that, it affects everyone. It affects the people in the UK, because it's hard for the royals to do their job when they have this idiot running around talking about the family is racist and another book. Okay, I could be wrong. But I like when Sue say this. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
We've got it over here. Police officers already aren't attending shoplifting cases, so why should they protect Prince Harry? And I hate to say it,
Don't
but
say
some of
it.
the risks that Prince Harry is facing, he's brought upon himself. In his book Spare, he wrote about killing Taliban fighters. Well, if you put a fatwa on yourself, Harry, don't expect the British public to have to pay for that. And if that means that you're going to struggle to come back to the UK, well, never mind.
Well, he needs to go back
but
home. If it ain't working out for you and Meghan over there in Montecito, and you guys can't afford your security, then get back on the boat and go back over there. I doubt if they accept you. You might not be able to be back in there. But what if it all fails for you, Meghan, over here? Are you going to star in one of Tyler Perry's Madea movies as Madea and Big Mama? What you gonna do? Help produce one of his movies? He's gonna pay you $1 million? What are you gonna do? Come out with the TIG again? That ain't working out. No. Meghan's a failure. She's a big failure. She failed at being a wife. I don't know about her being a mother, but I do know this. She failed at being a mother. This part about it, that she did not is allowing her kids to grow up with their nieces, cousins, and uncles, and all her family members. She has deprived them of seeing their family members because she's evil. No, she's a failure at being a royal. She's a failure at being an A-lister. She's a failure at being a friend, being a daughter, bring a daughter-in-law. She failed at all those things. And it's not everybody else's fault, Meghan. It's your fault that you failed at being these things that are easy to do. It's easy to be a nice person.
Harry, that your judges there seem to be very differential to him. I thought Meghan Markle was so lucky not to get pinged for lying to a court in her court case. I thought Harry was very lucky to be allowed to sue, I think it was Daily Mirror or something, for damages, despite his fantasies about being stalked. Is he likely to win this one?
Fantasy. Remember when they did that 2-hour car chase before the
I think it's quite unlikely at the moment, just basically because he's been knocked back already so far. And this is the Home Office that are going against him here and basically just saying you are now not a working royal. The thing will be is on a case-by-case basis, right? So I think everyone would think if he's going to visit his family or take part in some kind of royal duties or at a royal event, then yeah.
Okay, let's do this thing real quick.
First of all over those front pages is a picture of, the King and the Queen and the Duke and the Duchess of Wales.
Looking beautiful.
Yes, well, it's on all the papers this morning. It's across the internet. All looking scrubbed up in their finery.
Looking beautiful.
Kate there wearing a glittering dress as per usual. I mean, this is a kind of usual portrait we see from them at this time of year, isn't it? When they all looking scrubbed up in their finery. Kate there wearing a glittering dress as per usual. I mean, this is a kind of usual portrait we see from them at this time of year, isn't it? When they have this annual event. And you wouldn't know that there was anything troubling them.
No. Maybe troubling Prince Harry, though. He finds himself in court talking about his lack of protection, armed protection, in the UK.
Yeah.
And the Queen and the Duke and the Duchess of Wales.
Yes, well, a glittering dress as per usual. I mean, this is a kind of usual portrait we see from them at this time of year, isn't it? When they have this annual event. And you wouldn't know that there was anything troubling them.
No.
No, because they know it's a lie. They know it's fake. They know that she's just doing stupid stuff, and they're just waiting on the next. I think, like one of my subscribers said, and I think I pinned their post, and I pin a lot. So if I pin you, I want you guys to read it. It's so awesome. But they said how they understand that Meghan is a problem, and they're not taking it lightly, and also, but they're not worried about it as well. And I love it. I love how they're just not letting it show. They don't care. They're moving on. And you can't tell me she's seething over there in Montecito because she doesn't want them to smile. She doesn't want them to be happy. She doesn't want to see them flourish. She doesn't want them to come out and put pictures out about how wonderful and how, Christmas is here and doing things that are positive instead of over there in Montecito doing things that are negative and drama, depressing, sad, and evil. I don't care what you say. You can't. No one say. Harry and Meghan is having a very difficult life. I don't care how she's smiling on a pap walk or whatever. Harry is not happy. No one can be happy under these circumstances. I don't care what you say. To me, with the Obi's book and all the stuff, every day there is something that is negative pinned against Meghan and Harry, and you can't tell. Like, we're talking about the court case now. Here we go. We back in court. Another situation. You can't tell me this is a happy life dealing with 5 and 6 court cases, dealing with Meghan shenanigans in a book, and then trying to pretend that you're some loving, wonderful couple, Meghan and Harry. No, the Royals does it well because they are loving. They are caring. They don't have a whole bunch of drama and stigma attached to their lives. The only stigma and drama that's come into their lives is Harry's Jezebel. A pain in our anus. I'm going to make that my title.
Maybe troubling Prince Harry, though. He finds himself in court talking about his lack of protection, armed protection, in the UK.
Yeah.
It's funny, they keep him off the front page.
Yes, interestingly, isn't it? I mean, the thing is,
Harry ain't even on the front page anymore. They're not even talking about They talking about it, but he's not on the front page. Catherine and William and King Charles and Camilla, Queen Camilla, are on the front page. The story about the racism, OB stuff is over. We have moved on past that, and we know that it's full of lies. So it's not getting the attention that it should. It didn't get the reaction that Meghan wanted. She wanted everybody to trash her like the Sussex Squad and trash and go after the royal family. That's what her motive was, one of them. The other motive was to name it and say, are you okay? That sounds about right. Catherine was jealous of Meghan. No, that's that BS. It didn't get the reaction that they wanted because they lied, and the lie and the conniving of it all. Open Scobie, it happened to be in the book. No, Meghan, first of all, if nothing else, Meghan should have came out and said something about OB leaking it, but she didn't. Of course she doesn't, because she wanted it in there. This is not rocket scientist that Meghan wanted it in the book, and she wanted us to know. That's why she hasn't and won't come out against OB, because she wanted it in there. She did it on purpose. She likes to be in the media. She hasn't been in there since Spare and the New York City car chase. Now it's time for her to live it again. Remember when the car chase came out? She immediately had a statement the next day. It's crickets. She's silenced. She hasn't been silenced. She's silent.
I actually think their popularity is in the ascendant again. And I think it's a very tricky time for Harry.
It's not ascending. That's a bleep. I don't believe that. I think they're being talked about, but I don't believe that she says ascending. I hope I have that right. Their popularity is not getting better.
Because he has completely lost favour with the British media. They really don't have anything positive or encouraging to say. And, you know, he should have technically got sympathy. It's a very tricky time for Harry, because he has completely lost favour with the British media. They really don't have anything positive or encouraging to say. And, you know, he should have technically got sympathy from being in court and saying that his privacy has been breached and all the rest of it. But I just don't think anybody's bothered anymore.
Andy, have you any sympathy with Harry?
I didn't know what she meant. The title's a little confusing, but I do know this. I do know the royal family's popularity is going up, and Meghan and Harry continues to go down. And I don't think people over here in the United States care one way or another about her race baiting Catherine and King Charles. But just because they don't care doesn't mean that it did not affect or do something very damaging to the royal family. And that's what I call evil. Why, Meghan, would you want to evilly take down your family that have been so nice and kind to you? But every chance that you get, you want to tell us in a book or on a live feed or somewhere how horrible they were to you when you were only over there for a few minutes. And then why would you discourage them and be mean to them, knowing that they are on a job, they're on a mission to take care of their country? And every time that you say something derogatory or untrue, then it could affect their popularity. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to bring down the monarchy's popularity so yours can go up. But obviously, as you can see, yours continue to decline and theirs continue to increase. And I wonder why, because you keep going in on them and you haven't learned that the Oprah show was a bad idea and the rest of the Fab 5 things that you have done to them that were disparaging. I got to get ready to go, guys. I got to go get a little bit. Yesterday, the other day, she was like, Mommy's here. Mommy's here. When I went to go pick her up, I was like, oh, yes, your mommy's here.
I used to be a little bit on the fence about the royals. And the more the British royal family, the ones that have stayed, get attacked, the more defensive I am. I find my wife's American, and we go to America quite a lot, and they're naturally just an old family. And I felt like before I'd be quite sort of, oh, yeah, a bit sort of eye roll about it. And now I'm passionately defending Charles. I'm passionately defending Kate and William. I look quite a lot, and they're naturally interested. Oh, yeah, a bit sort of.
On the sign, it says one for all for one. Let me show you.
the ones that have stayed get attacked, the more defensive I am. I find my wife's American, and we go to America quite a lot, and they're naturally interested in our family. And I felt like before I'd be quite sort of, oh yeah, you'd be
It's
sort of
everywhere.
And now
Everywhere.
I'm passionately defending
It's
Charles.
almost
I'm
like,
passionately defending Kate.
to me, it almost looks like, okay, since you're going to attack our princess and our king, we're going to show you exactly what they're about. We're going to post them everywhere, and they have.
William, I'm amazed the words coming out of my mouth, not just on this show, the ones that have stayed get attacked, the more defensive I am. I find my wife's American, and we go to America quite a lot, and they're naturally interested in our family. And I felt like before I'd be quite sort of, oh yeah, you'd be a bit sort of eye roll about it. And now I'm passionately defending Charles. I'm passionately defending Kate and William. I'm amazed the words coming out of my mouth, not just on this show. And I feel really fervently proud of them.
Why do you think
ridiculous era?
What do you put the change down to? Why do you think that is?
I felt like so much of the criticism, particularly on the Oprah show, and after that with the Prince Harry book, has been complete nonsense. You know, Prince Meghan's concerns about that. She said that royal family had concerns about the skin tone.
Complete nonsense. He said the Oprah show was complete nonsense. He finds himself defending and supporting King Charles and Catherine. And they got a standing ovation the other day when Meghan broke this news, the book. And so people are rallying behind the prince and his wife and King Charles. They are on the side of the people that are not talking crazy. And we are starting to feel, I've always felt sorry for them. That's why my channel exists. And people are starting to feel sorry for the fact that Meghan and Harry continue to attack something that is beautiful.
The baby. Harry then said that it was nonsense and there was just the racism
unconscious bias,
media, yeah, and all this sort of stuff. And I just think, you know, I really appreciate in an era where we've got so many politicians failing to do the job. I appreciate this sort of quiet, dependable service. I know that there's a lot of luxury and nicety with being in the royal family, and I'm sure they live a far greater life than I do, but I just see William and Kate going out and about doing their job, and we'll talk about him selling the big issue.
Well, let's do that, Nikki.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a perfect example, isn't it, of what Andy's describing. And he was yesterday filmed, and actually Kate was out and about as well, but he was really trying to...
Sorry, I got to cut it off, but he's right. We're seeing them work and do great things, and why would you try to trash someone that is doing good for the family and good for the country and bringing about awareness, children, early development, which I am loving because I have a child and I really want to know how I can help my child develop more. She's doing stuff for the country, for the world. And Meghan can sit back and criticize her on a world stage, which is one of the most despicable things that she can do to her sister-in-law and to her husband's family. Kisses. I hope I'm getting that across very well, because what the things that Meghan does affects the royal family. It affects their day-to-day business. It affects their ability to perform their jobs. And when they have someone that is hell-bent and evil to destroy them by at all means, no matter what, just to make their own popularity better. Meghan is trying to trash the royal family's reputation. Hers is already in the toilet. And so she's trying to bring theirs down so hers won't look so bad. Meghan does things for different reasons, but it's backfired on her, just like the Oprah show and everything else. Stop attacking things that shouldn't be attacked, that we see that are doing good. Why not support them? Why not do what you said you were going to do? No, because you never was going to do it. You lied to the Queen when you said you were going to come over here support. Because if you were, then you wouldn't have been on the Oprah show lying on them, talking about their races. Or you wouldn't have come out recently and just blankly said that King Charles, she did. In this book, Meghan accuses King Charles and Catherine of being racist. I will never forget that. We will talk about that a lot here, because she did that on purpose to bring their popularity down so hers could rise. That's one of the reasons I do believe that. So the Sussex Squad can be mean to them, and not just them, but us too. She is trying to feed the narrative so that people can change their minds about what we already know that is beautiful. King Charles and Catherine are doing a wonderful job. And these two, Harry allows his wife to be a traitor and to bring down something that his grandmother built Kisses to all of you. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I'll see you tomorrow.